everyone, it's Sarah and welcome to my crochet channel. Today's video I'm going to show you how to crochet my brand new pattern release called the Loop Handle Bag. It makes a great little market bag. It's not intended to be a great big bag, but just a bag if you're going to run to the market to maybe pick up some produce or some meat or some bread or something, but you don't need a great big bag. It measures about 10 inches across and about 12 inches long. Now you can make it longer if you want to, just by adding more rows of the center section. The neat thing about this bag, and the reason that I call it the loop handle, is you make one handle small and the other handle is long, and you take that long handle and you put it right through and you can carry it with just the loop. Isn't that fun? Now I do have a video on how to line a bag, and I'll put that link also underneath this video so that if you want to line it and use it as just a handbag, you certainly can. Now this pattern, as always, is on my blog, and you can find that blog link down in the notes underneath this video. To make the loop handle bag, you're going to need some yarn, of course, and the yarn that I have chosen to use for this is the Comfy Cotton Blend from Lion Brand. You can use any cotton that you want. Now, the reason that I really wanted to use this type of yarn for this project is it is 50-50. It's 50% cotton and 50% acrylic. And it's 7 ounces, so you could get one of these and make 2 bags because you need 3.5 ounces to make this bag. Now, this is a medium number 3 yarn, but I will tell you that the thickness of it is more of a number 4 to me. So I think that you could probably get away with using a number 4 in any acrylic or regular cotton yarn. You could also make it in a number 3, but I think it would be just a little bit smaller. The cotton, for some reason, they're putting it at a number 3, but like I said, I think the thickness of it is more of a 4. Now, this one is called, let's see, Spring Meadow, and I'm going to be using this color today for our demonstration. This one was made with this color, and it is called Fireside. It is one of my favorites because I think it's a real warm color. It's got lots of neat colors in it. And of course this one is springy. So I'm going to be making our demonstration today out of this color. You're going to need an H hook. Your H hook is a 5.0 millimeter crochet hook. You'll need a pair of scissors and a needle for weaving in those ends. We're going to be starting at the bottom of the bag and then working our way up to the handles. We're going to begin with our slip knot, and we're going to chain 31 chains. Now, I do recommend that you chain your first 31 chains just a little bit loose because we're going to be stitching on both sides of our chain, and I'll explain that to you when we get there. So we're going to chain 31 chains. I've chained my 31 chains. We're going to begin by stitching a single crochet in the second chain from the hook. We never count the loop on our hook. There's the first chain, and we're going to go in the second chain, go in, pull up a loop, yarn over, and go through both loops. And we're going to place one single crochet in each of the chains across. One single crochet in each of the chains across. I've stitched one single crochet in each of the chains across. We began in the second chain from the hook, so we have 30 single crochets. Now we're going to turn our work, and we're going to do what's called stitching down the opposite side of the chain, or other side. I'm going to move that tail out of the way. I'm going to go right in that first chain and stitch a single crochet. And we're going to do this working all the way back down the chain. 1 single crochet in each of the chains, working on the other or opposite side of the chain. And this is forming the bottom of our bag. We want a nice bag bottom so that the things that we buy don't fall out of the bottom. I will continue to stitch 1 single crochet in each of those chains, and I'll stitch this all the way back up this chain until I reach that last stitch. Again, working on the opposite or other side of the chain. I've stitched those single crochets working back up. Here's my last single crochet, and I have 30, and there are 30 on the first side. I'm going to join to that first single crochet with a slip stitch and chain 3. And so the way that we're going to be doing this is we're going to be working around. And so we have 30 single crochets on this side and 30 single crochets on this side. So we have a total of 60 single crochets, chain 3. Our chain 3 for row 2, because this is row 1, our chain 3 counts as our first double crochet. And we're going to place 1 double crochet in each of those stitches, working all the way around this row. So yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through the first 2, yarn over, and go through the second 2. That's our double crochet. And we're going to place 1 double crochet in each of those stitches, working all the way around. And remember, our chain 3 counted as our first double crochet. And from now on, for this project, we're going to be working all the way around as one row, or as each row, I should say. So I'm going to continue on around, stitching 1 double crochet in each of the single crochets, working all the way around till I get back to my chain 3, and I'll join to the top of my chain 3. I have completed row 2, stitching 1 double crochet in each of those single crochets around, and you'll notice that you'll already see the corner or the end curl up, and this end will do the same. We're going to join to the chain 3 with our slip stitch and chain 3, and you'll have 60 double crochets. And this is how we want it to look. We want those ends to curl up a little bit because it's starting to form the bottom of the bag. All right, so what we're going to do for row 3 is we're going to repeat row 2. 1 double crochet in each of the stitches around. So I'll place 1 double crochet in each double crochet, working all the way around the bottom of our bag, and join back to our chain 3. I've completed row 3, stitching 1 double crochet in each double crochet around, and I join back to my chain 3. And again, you should have 60 double crochets. Instead of chaining 3, we're going to chain 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This chain 8 counts as 1 double crochet chain 5. We're going to begin to form the loops for our bag for that open loop look. So what we're going to do is we're going to skip the next 4 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to double crochet in the next. There we go. We're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to skip 4 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, and double crochet in the next. And we'll continue to repeat this, working all the way around our bag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and double crochet in the next. All right, and this is the way that will look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and double crochet in the next. And we'll continue to repeat this all the way around till we get back over here. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and double crochet in the next. I've completed row 4, double crochet, chain 5, skip 4, double crochet in the next, and you should have 12 of these chain 5 loops. All right, so here's my last chain 5, and I'm going to join to the 3rd chain of the beginning chain 8. So we'll just go in and stitch a slip stitch. All right, and again, your bag is moving up. We're doing the sides of the bag now. All right, so what we're going to do for row 5 is we're going to go right in this chain 5 loop, and we're going to stitch 5 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we're going to stitch a single crochet in the top of this next double crochet. Just go right in there and stitch a single crochet. All right, then this brings us to our next chain 5 loop. We'll stitch 5 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and we'll stitch a single crochet in the double crochet. There we go. And we'll do this all the way around our bag. 5 single crochets in the chain 5 loop. There's 5, and then 1 single crochet in the double crochet. And we'll do this working all the way around our bag, and we'll join back to that first single crochet. I completed row 5, stitching 5 single crochets in the chain 5 loop, and then 1 single crochet in the double crochet, and repeat all the way around. And so here is my last loop. I've stitched my 5 single crochets. I'm going to single crochet in that chain 3 where we started, because it is counting as our double crochet. And now I'm going to slip stitch in the first single crochet. Then I'm going to slip stitch in the next 2. And that puts us at our 3rd single crochet of those 5 of that loop. And then we're going to chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. For row 6, we need to form those loops again. And so what we're going to do, Our chain 8, as I stated, counts as a double crochet, chain 5, and what we're going to do is we're going to double crochet in the third single crochet of that group of 5 that we stitched around that next loop. So we double crocheted in the third single crochet of those 5, and now we're going to chain 5. All right, so what we'll do next is we'll double crochet 1, 2, 3 in the third single crochet of that next group of 5 and chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, we'll double crochet 1, 2, 3 in the third double crochet. And so we're making those loops again like we did down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chains. 1, 2, 3 in the third loop of the 5 single crochets of the next loop. And see how that looks? We'll continue to repeat this. Chain 5, double crochet in the third single crochet of the next group of 5, and we'll repeat this all the way around. Then we'll join back to our chain 3 over here. I've completed row 6, making all of my loops, and you're going to again have 12 loops and 12 double crochets, and that's counting this chain 3 as our first double crochet. All right, so here's my last chain 5. I'm going to join to the third of that beginning chain 8 with a slip stitch. And then we're going to repeat what we did down here. We're going to stitch 5 in that chain 5 loop, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then a single crochet in that double crochet. 5 single crochets in that chain 5 loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a single crochet in the double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and a single crochet in the double crochet. We'll continue to repeat this, working all the way around our bag, and then join back to the first single crochet. I have completed row 7. I joined to my first single crochet. I slip stitched to the third single crochet of that first 5 single crochet group, and then I chained 8, just like we did down here. And so what you're going to do is you're going to repeat row 6 and row 7 4 more times, alternating the rows. All right? And if you want your bag even longer than what the pattern is written, you can continue to repeat row 6 and row 7 until the bag is the length that you want. But for the written pattern, for the size bag, which is the 12 by 10, you're going to need to repeat row 6 and row 7 4 more times. And this is how your bag will look after you've repeated row 6 and row 7, alternating 4 more times. All right? So we've joined to our first single crochet, and we're going to slip stitch to that center. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, there we go. And we're going to chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then we're just going to repeat row 6 and stitch a double crochet in that third single crochet of each of the groups. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and double crochet in that third single crochet, just like we've done all the way up for row 6. Chain 5, double crochet in that third single crochet. And like we've done on the other ones, we'll do this all the way around, and then I'll show you how to add that band and the handles. So I've completed that row where we repeated row 6, and this is actually row 16. Alright, so here's my last chain 5. I'm going to join to that chain 3 where we did our chain 8 with a slip stitch. I'm going to slip stitch in that first chain 5 loop, and I'm going to chain 3. Alright, now we're going to place 4 double crochets in this first chain 5 loop. Our chain 3 counts as our first, and so we'll have a total of 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need one more. So our chain 3 counted as our first, and then I stitched 4 more. Then we'll stitch a double crochet in the double crochet, and then we'll move to our next chain 5 loop, and we'll stitch 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 double crochets. Then we'll stitch 1 double crochet in the double crochet. And this is our repeat for row 17. 1 double crochet, 2, 3, 4, and 5 double crochets in the chain 5 loop, and 1 double crochet in the double crochet. And what we're doing here is we're just making a solid row of double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double crochets in the chain 5 loop, and 1 double crochet in the double crochet. And we will repeat this, working all the way around our bag, and join back to the chain 3. I've completed that row. I'm going to double crochet in the top of the chain 3 that counted as our first double crochet, and then join to the chain 3 with a slip stitch and chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Alright, now this next row we're just going to stitch 1 double crochet in each double crochet around. And this will give us a nice sturdy band to stitch on our handle bands, because we want to be able to have this nice sturdy band so that our handles don't pull funny. Alrighty, so I'm just stitching 1 double crochet in each of the double crochets around, and then we'll join back to our chain 3. I've completed that second row of 1 double crochet so that we have 2 rows of double crochet. Now this next row we're going to be doing single crochets, but we need to get our starting point to the side. And so what we're going to do is we're going to slip stitch in the next 15 stitches. So I joined to the top of my chain 3, and I'm just going to make a chain 1. And that just gets me up where I need to be. And then we're going to slip stitch in the next 15 stitches, and that's going to get us to the side of our bag. So we just go in, pull up a loop, pull that loop through the loop on our hook. Now, if you don't want to do the slip stitches, you can always cut your yarn and reattach. I just don't want to. I think it makes a much sturdier bag if we just slip stitch to the side. So I'm going to slip stitch in the next 15 stitches. I've slip stitched in the next 15 stitches, and now I'm over to the side of my bag, and that will make everything lined up. Alright, so what we're going to do next is I'm going to make a chain 1, and then I'm going to single crochet in the next 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 single crochets. I'm going to make the small handle on this side, so I'm going to chain 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, I'm going to only skip. Let's get that back on my hook first before I do any skipping. There we go. I'm going to skip the next 6 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I'm going to single crochet in the next. And then I always go back and check to make sure that I skipped the right number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and single crochet in the next. Now I'm going to single crochet in the next 29 single crochets, or double crochets I mean, because we single crocheted in this one, and we want to have a total of 30 single crochets. So that's 1, and then I need to do 29 more single crochets, 1 in each of the double crochets for the next 29 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I stitched those. We did 1 and then 29 more, so we have 30 single crochets, and I'm going to skip the next 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that brings us right to where we started our slip stitches. Alright, now I'm going to make the taller or longer loop here, so I'm going to need to chain 34. I've chained those 34 chains. I'm going to join right where we started that slip stitch with a single crochet, and then we'll single crochet in those 15 slip stitches, and that will get us back around where we started. Alright, one more. And then we'll join to that first single crochet with a slip stitch and chain 1. Alright, let's take a look at it. Here's the front because we made the smaller loop for the front handle. We have 15 single crochets. We chained 12 and we skipped 6. Then we stitched 30, which would be 15 for the front and 15 for the back, 30 single crochets. Then we chained 34 chains for our longer handle. We skipped 6 and then stitched those 15 single crochets and joined to our first single crochet and chained 1. We've chained 1, and so now what we're going to do is we're going to stitch 1 single crochet in each single crochet, in each chain, in each single crochet, in each chain, each single crochet, and end up back around here. So we'll go in that first single crochet and we'll stitch a single crochet in each of the single crochets. Then we'll stitch a single crochet in each of the chains of the handle. There we go. And then we'll go in each single crochet around. And we'll continue this around the back, stitching a single crochet in each single crochet in each chain, and single crochet, and join back to our first single crochet. I've completed that row, stitching one single crochet in each single crochet and in each chain. You can see our long handle and our short handle loops. Now, this is our last row, and all we're going to do is stitch one single crochet in each of the single crochets around. And we're doing this just to give us just a little bit more of a sturdy and strong handle, because a lot of that weight of whatever we put inside our bag is going to go on that one handle that's a little bit longer. And so we want to make sure we have a nice sturdy top to our bag. All right, so one single crochet in each single crochet around. We'll join back to that first single crochet and tie off, and we'll be ready to use our bag. I've completed that last row of just one single crochet in each single crochet around. I join to that first single crochet. I'm going to cut my yarn, and I'm going to tie off to the inside. Pull that loop to the back, and there we go, and tie that off to the back. And of course, I'll need to take my needle and weave that in. But I wanted to show you how this works. So here's your bag. You've got your long handle and your short handle. You take the long handle and you put it through, and then you can carry it by this one handle, and it keeps your bag closed at the top. So here's both of our loop handle bags. They're a nice size, like I said, for carrying lots of fun things. You can even use it as a book bag. And if you want to line this bag, that video of how to do that is in the notes underneath this video as well. I love this little bag. It's the perfect size when you don't have a lot of things you need to pick up, just a few, or maybe just a run to the yarn store.